for next month's champion hurdle at the Cheltenham Festival. Effortless winner of a pretty uncompetitive, you'd have to say, two-runner race at Sandown under seasonal bound the 5th of January, but she could do no more than show her well-being, jumping soundly and winning with her head in her chest. And this should be a more exacting examination for her today. She does have to concede way to some useful rivals, but I think most people would feel she would want to be getting things done with a minimum of fuss to stay on course for the blue ribbon of hurling in a few weeks' time. Smashing physical specimen she is as well, really powerfully put together. That is Laurina then, the red hot favourite. We'll just show you number 2, her stable companion Good Time Tara, who's a smart mare in her own right. She's rated 147, which only leaves her £8 shy of Laurina on official figures in this country. She won grade 3 at Leopardstown at their Christmas festival when we saw her last. That was her 7th win all told. She's also been placed no less than 16 times. And the other of the Mullins big guns here is number 4, Stormy Ireland, who's just coming round here, number 4. A small mare, but a very smart one nonetheless. We saw that last season as a juvenile. She did admittedly have a nasty spill at the Cheltenham Festival, but she's rebounded from that. And this season began on a good note when she won here in November. No match for Espoir Dalan at Limerick last time. Just finished a little bit weakly that day after, again, travelling strongly on the front end. Interesting to see what tactics are adopted on her today. She's a free-going mare who often likes to get on with things. Those then, the Willie Mullins trio. One would imagine the rest of them are going to struggle to get in amongst them. In our big race of the day, the smart money's on Coral Quevega Mare's Hurdle.
There she is going down, really strutting her stuff, nice walk about her, really nice way of going about things, as we've seen her in the paddock. Ruby Walsh, Willie Mullins, of course, he's not just got Laurina, he's got Good Time Tara and Stormy Ireland. And I'd imagine, Kevin, that he'd be hoping that she'd have a test today.
Yes, and you know, obviously she'd want to. She won't have it all her own way, but she should beat these as well if she's going to be a genuine champion hurdle contender. And I can't see why not. She was very, very good last season. We see her here winning her Grade 1 at Fairyhouse. She just picked them up turning into the straight. She beat Lackaleen leader in Karen Walsh's colours, the pink, who again reopposes. Alatrix, Sally Rowley Williams colours, back in 4th at that stage. Sal Soretta, stable companion, just dropping away. And Dawn Shadow of Dot Loves is quite a smart filly back behind her. She made these fillies look very, very ordinary in this occasion. Paul Townend never had to get serious with her. She stays well, she's got a good turn of foot. She's a fine big filly, as we saw in the paddock beforehand, and she's a good walking filly with loads of scope about her as well. She'll be very, very hard to beat, and let's hope, as you said off air, Rachel, let's hope she goes out and she's exceptional today, because it adds extra spice to the champion hurdle in Cheltenham. Yeah,
I just wanted to be amazing. You know, we spoke about Apple's Jade earlier at the top of the show, and just the race is just looking mouth-watering, you know, if she's to turn up and put in a real dazzling display. She is a filly mare we've obviously not seen very much of, and she didn't have anything to beat, only one in St. Helena in that listed race at Sandown, which was a pity, I guess.
It was a shame, and I couldn't understand why there wasn't, you know, all the mares that are in training in England, why there wasn't a couple of more mares to take her on that day. Okay, they weren't going to beat her, but for black type regards when they go to the covering sheds as well. But Willie had to get her started. He got her started. She would have done more at home, going around Willie's Gallop and Close Sutton that morning. But you see her here walking around at the start there. She's by far the biggest filly in the race. There's great presence about her as well. She's rated £10 higher than the second favourite, Stormy Ireland, who's a front runner, so there should be a good pace guaranteed as well. And the other filly, stable companion, Good Time Tara, she's a good filly in her own right as well. She's rated 147. And Stormy Ireland has actually beaten her twice in 2 listed races, both at Killarney and at Punchestown as well. But plenty of strength and depth in it. Lackaleen leader is coming back over hurdles after, you know, she just didn't take the jumping fence as well. She did win a pint appointment trained by Ken Budds. And of course you got Slow Motion, first run since she was pulled up when she was kind of well fancied for the Kerry National this season, back in September time, and of course she was a grade winner, a grade 3 winner over fences, and a listed winner as well. She's a decent mare in her own right, but she's plenty to find on official ratings with the top 3 in the market. But it looks a straightforward task for Laurina, and as I say, there should be a good gallop provided by stable companion Stormy Ireland, who usually makes the running.
Yeah, the two Sullivan Bloodstock runners side by side, Laurina and Stormy Ireland, and well, it looks like Stormy Ireland might just kick on with Paul Townend and Ruby to sit on the rim of the pace. We'll find out, of course, if she can continue the unbeaten record for Willie Mullins since he's got her. And she's been fabulous so far, and of course out to stamp her credentials, but we know she's been fantastic. But this is just another test as we head into the Cheltenham Festival, just a few weeks away. So let's get across for the race of the day. The smart money's on Coral Quevega Mare's Hurdle, and they won't be long now. Let's join Jerry Hannon.
White flag raised, they're off. Straight into the lead as expected, Stormy Ireland. A second runner in the race for Laurina's owner Sullivan Bloodstock has already poached a clear early advantage over Laurina. The odds-on favourite, followed by Good Time Tara as they race downhill to the first of 12 in this 2.5 mile Smart Monies and Coral Quevega Mares listed hurdle. Out in front, Stormy Ireland leads by good 6 lengths to Laurina, who's edged away from Good Time Tara, then Slow Motion and Alatrix, last year's runner-up, has one behind Lacanine Leader as they go down the far side to the second and third flights. And it's Stormy Ireland going along out in front of Laurina, and then Good Time Tara as the 3 stable companions show in front of Alatrix, Slow Motion and Lacanine Leader, the back marker. As they continue on to flight number 3, which is inside their final 2 miles, Stormy Ireland, Paul Townend with a clear advantage over Laurina, and Ruby Walsh with third Good Time Tara and David Mullins, and then Alatrix, Robbie Parr on the outside of Slow Motion and Mark Walsh, bringing up the rear Lacanine Leader and Jack Kennedy, as the field of 6 make their exit from the back straight, coming across to flight number 4. And Stormy Ireland, in the distinguishing white cap, maintains a lead of over 6 lengths, with Laurina closed upon by Good Time Tara, and over in 4th is Alatrix. The last couple are Slow Motion and Lacanine Leader. Order pretty much the same as they turn in for flights 5 and 6, taking them to the halfway stage in the Smart Monies and Coral Quevega Mares Hurdle. Stormy Ireland out in front of Laurina, the margin not as big now, and then Good Time Tara, Slow Motion, Alatrix and Lacanine Leader as they jump the first of the 2 flights right in front of the enclosures. And it's Stormy Ireland by 4 to Laurina, the day's attraction puller, having her second run of the campaign and her first Irish start. Good Time Tara tracks her in 3rd place as they jump this next flight, taking them on to the end of the circuit. The final 3 are Alatrix, Slow Motion and Lacanine Leader. Almost at the end of the first part of the race and reaching halfway, Stormy Ireland by under 4 lengths to Laurina. Good Time Tara is 3rd, and then Alatrix, Slow Motion and finally Lacanine Leader. As they continue downhill to the next flight, which will bring them towards the far side. Another 6 left to jump, and Stormy Ireland's lead has been whittled away by Laurina, who's almost on terms on the inside as they take this flight, and then 2.5 lengths to Good Time Tara, herself a winner at graded level last time, is followed by Alatrix. On the inside is Slow Motion. Lacanine Leader remains last of the 6. They make their way down the far side of the track. 5 flights left to jump and a mile to go. Stormy Ireland has regained an advantage of 2.5 lengths over Laurina, who continues in that 2nd spot, where she's been since flagfall. Then Good Time Tara, Alatrix, Lacanine Leader just relegates Slow Motion, and squeezed along on the inside to be last of the 6. Heading on to their final 3/4 of a mile, they've 4 to jump, and the Smart Monies and Coral Quevega Mares Hurdle, and in the lead is Stormy Ireland. Laurina's 2nd, then Good Time Tara, Alatrix to the outside of both Lacanine Leader and Slow Motion. At the 5 mark, with another 3 flights left to jump, Stormy Ireland by 3 lengths to Laurina, who's 2 in front of Good Time Tara. Alatrix next, and then Slow Motion, and relegated to last place once again as Lacanine leader. They're at the 4 pole, 3 to jump, Stormy Ireland at the next from Laurina. And in 3rd place, just being pushed along is Good Time Tara, then Alatrix, Lacanine leader in Slow Motion. They're beginning to race now as they come towards the 2nd last, and Laurina looms up on the outside of stable companion Stormy Ireland to pick it up and go on by length, and Good Time Tara, Lacanine leader Slow Motion, and dropping away is Alatrix as they run the home turn. 1 flight to jump in the Smart Monies and Coral Quevega Mare's Hurdle, and it's Laurina and Ruby Walsh in front. And going on 3 lengths clear of Stormy Ireland, then Slow Motion who's running on, Good Time Tara is next, and then Lacanine leader. But at the final flight, it is Laurina and Ruby Walsh over by 4 to 5 lengths from Stormy Ireland. In 3rd place is Slow Motion, and into the closing stages Laurina. Fine-tuning for Cheltenham is now 6 wins from as many starts since joining Willie Mullins. Has done what she's had to do and done it well, with Stormy Ireland 2nd, Slow Motion is 3rd, and then Alatrix, Lacanine leader, and Good Time Tara.
Laurina wins, beating Stormy Ireland and Slow Motion further back in 3rd. I think Jerry Hannon summed it up perfectly there, Kevin. She's done what she's had to do, and she's done it pretty well.
Exactly, you can't fault her. She'll be spot on for Cheltenham after that. She spent a little bit of time in the air at 1 or 2 hurdles, but it is only her 2nd run of the season. She jumped brilliantly on the whole. She jumped brilliantly around Cheltenham last season, and I think a true test of a proper run race. They went a nice gallop early doors of Stormy Ireland, but I just think come Cheltenham in the champion hurdle with a true end-to-end gallop, she'll jump brilliantly, and that'll really put her spot on for it. You couldn't fault her. She's done exactly what we expected her to do, and Ruby was confident everywhere he went on her. He'd loads of horse left and underneath him. She's got a lovely attitude. You can ride her anywhere in a race. You can just switch her off and then just turn her on when you want to. Very, very impressed with her. But you would have to be, and as we said beforehand, she would have to go and do that today to be, you know, to really enhance her chances in what looks hopefully going to be a vintage renewal of a champion hurdle. Apple's Jade, Bouvedere as well. But, you know, it's only really her first run of the season when you think about it. She went around on the bridle the last day back in January time, and that'll leave her spot on, but a very good performance and done what we were hoping she would do.
Yeah, she was good, wasn't she? And I guess when you're riding a mare as good as she is, that temptation of when do we kick on, I think Ruby's, you know, looking at Stormy Ireland, and you know, she's out there, she's done her role as well, hasn't she?
Look,
because
she's run a
provided
blinder.
that pace.
Exactly, and she's ran up to her rating. You know, as I said, she's rated what, 10 pounds below Laurina, and you know, it was an ideal race for her. She's picked up more black type. Okay, she's won 2 listed races, but now she's a bit more placing as well, a bit more black type, and she was ideal stable companion and made sure there was going to be a good gallop on, which there was. And you know, she's run a cracking race back in 2nd. Good Time Tara, she was disappointing. She rarely runs a bad race, but she's run a little bit disappointing. Slow Motion was the first off the bridle, but I thought she's run a cracker as well. First run since Listowel back in the Kerry National back in September time. And it'll be interesting to see, does she hold entries for Cheltenham? Is she in any of the handicaps? And Lacanine leader, to be fair to her, has showed a bit of her old sparkle again. She's travelled well turning into the straight, and she hasn't run too bad considering she's been very disappointing over fences. But I'd say Connections will be delighted with her run, but I'd say most importantly Joseph O'Brien will be very happy with Slow Motion's run after that. She never went a yard in the Kerry National.
Yeah, where would you go with her now? You know, we see her obviously in a listed mare's hurdle, and you know, to be even thinking about a Kerry National, you know, she's obviously very versatile, but you know, where would we go next?
Yeah, well, see, that's interesting. You know, there's plenty of options for her, I suppose. Like, she's obviously ran off 136 today. She's won 4-1 over fences, so it'll be interesting to see if she any of the handicaps of that over Cheltenham. But plenty to be taken out of that performance today. Alatrix has run well also. Good Time Tara said that was the disappointing one, but very, very impressed at the winner. 7-2 now at Bet365 for the Unibet Champion Hurdle. Can't wait till Cheltenham, can't wait till the first day. Let's hope all these horses get there in one piece. These two fillies taking on the reigning champion Belvedere, mouth-watering stuff.
Unchanged for the champion hurdle, 7-2 earlier today. So I think Pat Cooney said that, you know, if she was going to be really impressive, they might go 3-1. I think that's about right, 7-2. Keep her at that. And, you know, it is looking like a stellar lineup. As you said, it could be a vintage renewal.
Ah, definitely, you know, and obviously they'll have to be very good to beat the Belvedere. He's won the last two champion hurdles. Nicky Henderson spot on for the day, but by God, there's two proper fillies taking him on, and it just really whets the appetite, doesn't it? It's going to be fantastic. As I say, let's just hope they all get there in one piece.
Well, that's it. And we're on the 20th of February, so what have we got, 3 weeks?
Yep.
How long are we counting down?
It's amazing, the whole National Hunt
Since
season.
last April we're counting down again.
Exactly, yeah, the whole National Hunt season revolves around Cheltenham each year. Well, it is the Olympics of National Hunt racing, and rightly so, and it's just fantastic, the atmosphere that's there. It's just unbelievable. Makes the hair stands up in the back of your neck.
I know, we were chatting about it earlier. You said you're like a kid at Christmas.
Well, if you want to hook somebody on racing for the first time, bring them racing to the Cheltenham Festival on the first day. And even go down there first thing in the morning, and you can just sense the atmosphere, the build up. It's just fantastic. Going to Cheltenham the first morning, it's like a kid waking up on Christmas morning.
Do you remember your first visit to Cheltenham?
Oh God, I do, yeah.
Sorry to go back.
I'd say it was 1997, to be fair, and then I hadn't been for a few years, and now I haven't missed it for the last 4 or 5 years, and Davy Russell and Brian Cooper, when I had him, gave me some great excitement, great kicks out of it, and hopefully Davy Russell and Jack Kennedy this year will, I'd love to see, obviously for obvious reasons, Jack Kennedy winning the champion hurdle in Applesjay, but it's fantastic, it's phenomenal, and that's what the whole jumping season revolves around.
Could revolve around Laurina. She has won this feature Quevega Mare's hurdle. Stormy Island was second, and she's done so by 6 lengths. Let's hear what Ruby thought.
Just get Ruby Walsh's verdict on that performance from Laurina. Ruby, just tell us first and foremost, what sort of feel did she give you today? Much of a difference to Sandown?
Yeah, she obviously was a race today. Sandown was a canter round. You know, Stormy Island in her own right, a fair little filly, but it was a good gallop. She done really well, made one mistake when she was probably a bit too relaxed, but once I woke her up going to the third last and got her race, and she was very good.
Do you think that's the key to her jumping? Early on she'd give 1 or 2 a little bit of air, but I thought very slick in the latter stages.
So the last time she saw was in Sandown. She's entitled to, but look, she needed that run. It fitted in for Andy Power. It didn't do Applesjay and Limini any harm when they ran here before the Mares hurdle the year they ran it, so not sure leave her fairly spot on.
Would that have been a genuine worry for you if you hadn't managed to get that run into her today?
No, we just have had to gallop her, but instead of having to gallop her, we could come here for
18,000.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's 2.5. She's clearly effective over that sort of trip. Do you think she's every bit as good as 2 miles her optimum around there, do you think?
I don't know, you wouldn't want 2 miles on that track, it's very tight, but I wouldn't be worried about going back in trip. I'm just running through my head here, I don't think of too many doubtful stayers that won champion hurdles.
That is true. It's shaping up to be a great race for us, the neutrals. From your point of view, just how much confidence do you have in this mare that she can deliver on the big day?
I'm no different than the rest of you. I don't know is the answer. She's done everything that's been asked of her, and the champion hurdles won't be a huge step up again. But she's earned a crack at it. She's in great form. We think we'll have her better by March, and fingers crossed that'll work out. Whether that's enough, who knows? Applesjay and Belvedere are held the racers.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to it. Well done here.
Cheers.
Cheers.